Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I am so glad to be here with you guys tonight. It is again Tuesday, and it's the day before one of the biggest fashion launches in Los Angeles. It's the Hope for the Future fashion show, kicking off the November sweeps for the bold and the beautiful. I do believe somebody's gonna get kidnapped on days. I'm looking at you, Susan Banks. I don't know what they're doing on the Young and the Restless because I really haven't cared about that show in a while, but I did see Devon figure out today that Victoria was the CEO that Nate was going to be hooking up with, or maybe that was yesterday. I lose track. And of course, General Hospital. Child, somebody said Holly done been brainwashed by Victor, and that is why she is in town to do his bidding, and she was the woman locked up with Drew. It's sweep, y'all. Anything could happen. We gonna get right on in here and get right to it. Hey, darling.
Hey, Bubbles, what is shaking, ma'am?
Everything, girl. And before we get started, I just want to say that it is somebody's birthday up in here today. It is Vicky's birthday, and I would like to wish Vicky a happy birthday. If I was better on my game, girl, I would have been played you some music for your birthday. It's not too late to play you some music for your birthday, though. I don't think it's too late for us to do that, but I don't have nothing queued up because I'm not in the right spot. But happy
Oh, well, that's
birthday.
wonderful.
She is 60, I think. Yes, Louisa says she's 60. So happy birthday, girl.
Happy birthday, Vicky.
Happy birthday. I have actually a whole birthday mix of songs that I play on my birthday every year. And I can't even find that because what am I doing, y'all? Because
Six different things at one time, if I know you. Ugh.
look, you don't want me to sing, girl, so
Oh, I can't sing. I accept that freely.
I can't even find Stevie Wonder to sing to her. Girl, somebody gonna sing for you tonight if it ain't nobody but damn Two Chains. He got a birthday song.
2 Chainz got a damn birthday song?
Girl, you didn't hold on. You know I hold on a second. Come on in here. My dog is being inhospitable right now. Yes, Two Chains has a birthday song. It's called It's Your Birthday.
Yes, indeed.
It's your birthday. That's my song, and I like it's called the birthday song. Here you go, girl. That's for Vicky. Happy birthday, girl. I hope this is not the explicit one. He got a song for everything now. I love me some Two Chainz. Happy birthday, Vicky! We throwing confetti for you, girl. Okay. So it's your birthday, everybody. That's the drinks birthday anthem right there. We gonna play Two Chains and we gonna twerk for you on your birthday. Happy birthday, Vicky. I hope you had a good day.
Well, okay. Well, that's a nice tradition to start.
Right. She said I can't tell nobody to go listen to that because we don't listen to Two Chains over here. I don't even know who that is. That's okay. I love me some Two Chains. And if anything happens to him, we will be going dark. I mean, I swear today was a hard day for me, but
So,
if anything ever happens to Two Chains, I'm sitting in mourning. I think the Jewish people call it Shiva. I'm sitting in Shiva.
Sitting Shiva.
Oh, I'm sitting Shiva for a month. Don't call me. Don't expect me to come to work. Like I have to grieve deeply. I will
Oh,
not be. Yeah, no, I can't.
oh, Stefan said we should give Vicky first pick of what show to talk about.
Yes, you know what? Let's do that. We're gonna get that's for her birthday since we ain't got no money up in this studio. We got Two Chains and we got birthday wishes. So Vicky, this is your birthday wish. You get to pick which show we talk about first. You get to pick the show order, Vicky. What we doing, girl?
Yes, Vicky, you are queen for the night. You get to pick. Oh, and hey, Can. Okay, Vicky has gone with bold. So she is the birthday lady, so we shall abide by her pick. So we will do something we have not done in a while on this show, and that is start out with bold and the beautiful. So Can, your timing is perfect.
I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I can't hear anybody. So I'm gonna leave out the room and I'm gonna come back in.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, okay,
I don't
Can.
know if y'all hear me. Okay.
Okay. Hey, Sam.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone?
Good, good.
Glad to
It's
hear it.
You
it's
just
Tuesday.
missed our new tradition. From here on out, when it's somebody's birthday, we're gonna play 2 Chains and twerk for them, and then they get to pick the order of the show for the night. And today, it is Vicky's birthday, and she has decided we will be going with bold first.
Okay, happy birthday. But y'all know what? I feel like
Yay!
I missed out on the
Happy
twerking. I want to
birthday,
twerk.
Vicky! Thank
I want
you.
I want to twerk.
I was twerking in my head. Does that count?
I'm twerking right now
Uh,
in the bathroom, child. I
can
am
I let
literally
it down like
twerking.
it's warm? Cause I can't twerk. I got bad knees. I don't got mega knees.
No,
Did you
I
say
just
you
not
can do
twerk
what
country.
now?
I'm gonna let it down like it's warm. Like Medea say,
Oh,
I can't let it.
ow!
I
She's
can't
not
drop
gonna
it like
drop
it's
it like
hot.
it's hot.
I can't
Like
drop it like it's hot. I can let it down like it's warm.
okay, that's funny. That really is funny.
I got to drop it like I just took it out the freezer because it ain't even warm over here, girl. My knees,
Girl,
you better not even try to stand up. So I
Louisa, it's just me and you. It's just me and Louisa, the only one out here trying to twerk.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
I got the T work. I
Okay.
twerk, I got the T work. Because if I actually twerk, my knees gonna be like, bitch, let me show you what the emergency room looks
Yeah.
like.
Ow!
They are going to be disrespectful. And they
Disrespect.
Right,
gonna let me go. They gonna let me go. You want to have your way? Go right ahead on that
right.
flow.
Oh, you
How did
go.
you do this, madam? How did you come to this? Well, I was trying to twerk, and who told you to do that?
Child, I
My
was trying to
friend
drop it like
Vicky's
it's hot.
birthday, we was twerking for her.
The way gravity is set up is automatically not gonna put me in favor of being a twerker. No,
Mm.
ma'am. No, ma'am. Gravity is not my friend.
That's why I have a public bathroom travel kit because the way my body is set up, squatting is not in the cards either. I'm too big to be hovering over somebody's
Baby.
toilet, so I keep Clorox wipes
Yes.
and gloves on me. And when I go to a public bathroom, I put on my gloves. I wipe down the toilet. I
The
wipe down the
knobs,
floors. I
everything.
wipe
Yes.
the sink. I wipe down the soap dispenser. I wipe down the towel thing. And people be standing behind me looking at me like, I know this bitch is not standing. Ma'am, do you work here? No, but my ass might hit this toilet seat by
Okay.
mistake and I need it to be clean. This okay. You can hover, honey. You look like you about 165 and height weight proportionate. But this third moon of Jupiter over here is
Mm,
not hovering, ma'am. You trying to get a whole comet flying at this? No, ma'am. This ass heroic cannot hover. So I write everything down, and so I can sit down and not be worrying about my knees crunching, or if you slip and fall on that damn nasty ass toilet anyway.
Oh, just put me
It'll
put me
never.
in the
I'd
ER.
rather pee in my clothes than
Okay.
to try to
Just
hover in
call me Pissy.
somebody's nasty bathroom that I might slip up and fall on it. I grew up in the country, honey. I would drive down the street and find some wood somewhere and will be on the side of the road trying to squat before I squat in somebody's public bathroom like that. I gotta have my
It's too much of a balance act. That balance act, yeah. You got the third moon. I have an eclipse, honey, and the
A
way
total
it's set up
eclipse?
back there,
Not a total eclipse.
a total solar freaking eclipse.
girl,
So
I
my
got
daughter
an
told me
eclipse
that
of
one
all of
time.
Jupiter's moons. I got 3 moons back there. And every
Okay, I got
goodness
ass for
gracious.
that.
The
Dang.
worst my daughter ever said to me was that it was out of control. That was the worst she ever said. I think when it was at its hugest, she was like, "It's getting out of control." just
Mhm.
it was. She was like, it just feels aggressive to me.
Girl,
Your
She
daughter funny.
literally described it as aggressive. I'm like, okay, ma'am, I got the
You
hint.
could
Let me
see
get on
my
my ass
ass
on the
coming around the
treadmill.
corner a mile away.
I
you could
mean, I was
probably
just,
sit
I
drinks
was
on
just,
my ass and it wouldn't fall over. I
Well,
ain't
You
I
could.
will admit, my ass has been spotted across city blocks before. So
You know what I'm saying? It's the curvature.
you'll be
It's
able
the
to somebody be
curvature
like,
of my
"What
back.
birthday was you?" Girl, yeah, I was at the corner of the canal and I thought that was you. I saw. I'm like all the way from over there.
Damn right it
Yeah.
was.
y'all need to
Mm.
stop it.
Yeah, look, you can see my x-ray. My x-ray has my indentation in it. I have medical proof. And it's terrible, honey. This disc can no longer support all this hair.
Oh my God.
I'm
Now,
out
Oh my
honey.
God.
girl.
You know
Come on
what?
to the Zipper Club.
Listen,
Okay.
listen. That's a lot of ass. Talk about putting the cup on it.
Yes, honey. That's a
Okay, so we
table
talking about bold
table for
today.
Yeah,
5.
we're gonna.
Vicky has
Yeah.
spoken, and she said we got to talk about old raggedy ass bold. So since
Shine.
yeah, I'm so mad at Vicky. I don't know what to do on her birthday. So what do Vicky want to talk about bold today? She want to
Well,
talk about.
I can talk.
What
Well, one thing I can say was
today?
good. I like the fashion. The bowl for fat. I did like the clothes that were on today's bowl for the most part. Like I will say this whatever version of Hope for the Future that Thomas is designing is heads above whatever that shit was that they used to have. And that's about the only positive that I could probably say. That and Steffi got in her brother face today.
Oh, I'm laughing at. I can't. I'm in fault dying over here on YouTube. Between Electra and goddamn Vicky. But anywho,
Look,
yeah, I did see the clip of Steffi having that conversation with Thomas. That was good.
and it was cute.
Well, it was
It was
necessary.
I enjoyed Hope and Liam's fight because I really thought
Me
she
too.
would tell him to take his ass the fuck on to his dad is coming. You
She
know
was so tired of his shit.
I
I always talk to Liam like that.
And it
But
doesn't matter how she talks to him.
him.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because that's what I be saying. Because with these duds, it makes no difference what happens today or tomorrow, because it always remains the same with these two duds. They are just a drain for me to watch. I saw that clip of Liam whining, and it made me want to just poke my eyeballs out.
But look, girl, today he gonna tell Hope. Well, I was hoping after everything was done with the little fashion show that you would come over here with me and tell Douglas to bring his ass on home. And she was like, "Bitch, if you don't get the fuck up on out of here."
He was looking at him like, "What the hell are you talking about? We just had this discussion. We already had this talk. Douglas already made himself clear. So why are you bringing this up again like a whole bitch?"
Who can you single out for being a main and like he's antagonistic and he's provoking. He's literally trying to provoke Thomas. Thomas done told him first. He told him, bruh, if you do anything and you come between me and my boy, you're going to hate the day I was born. You hear me? And he's literally trying to get Thomas in a mental war play. Like he literally is trying to get Thomas in his head. Like, bruh, Thomas ain't checking for you. He's not even entertaining nothing you're saying, nothing you're doing, because he don't care about you. But in Liam's head, Thomas is he's doing this and he's doing that.
When in reality, he's done nothing.
All over again for him.
It
They
is.
trash.
And he blame it, and then anyway, he don't even take the words out of Douglas's mouth as serious as to say, "Well, no, that's Thomas. He's doing it all." Thomas wasn't even there, bro. That was Douglas. You talk to Douglas all by his lonesome, and he told you how he felt, and then he had you take him to Forrester so he could tell you how he felt in front of his daddy and Hope.
Yeah.
So. But today, to Bill, I mean, I'm sorry, Liam was whining like such a bitch to his dad.
He's been a bitch, yeah.
And the thing is, the way Hope talked to him today, Everybody should talk to Liam like that every day of his pathetic life.
Clearly. Yes,
That is
honey.
that is how he should be handled by every person
Hmm.
in his life. Because he came over there. Because here's the thing. Even though we all know where all this bullshit is gonna go at the end of the day, and we know truthfully that Liam is delusional right now. Okay,
Sustained. Yes.
because Thomas actually hasn't done anything. All the moves that Hope has made, or all the things that she's agreed with or not had a problem with, it's not because Thomas has manipulated her into thinking that way. It's because
Correct.
she's seeing, hey, it all looks straight, so I'm not gonna rock the boat if it's not a problem for me and it's not a problem for Douglas, then that's just that. So
Correct.
he's in a complete state of delusion. Because here's my
Hmm.
thing on the real side. What husband roll to his wife's job and do the shit that he did today?
He literally had a bitch fit in her office that she shares with Thomas, and literally told her to make promises to him that she will never be able to fulfill. Like, this the only way I'm gonna get up off your back. This the only way I'm gonna feel good. I'm gonna feel comfortable about it is if you promise to tell me when you done playing dress up and doing your little thing, you can bring your ass and Douglas back with you to the house.
Right.
Exactly. That you're gonna go and try to talk Douglas into coming back home. And I'm sitting and she's standing there looking at him like, why
Right.
are we back at this again? Why are we what you came to my job for this? You came over here. I mean, let's be honest, Force is not the most professional workplace in the world, and we all know that. But you came your ass, you and missed the meeting at your own damn job. That's the funny part. You ditched your
Yeah.
work, your nepotism hire, that the nepotism hire that you are at Spencer Publications, but you ditched a meeting with your dad that he says was important to come to my job to do what? To
To
intag
bicker and to
to
nitpick.
exactly to whine about how insecure you are about Thomas, this, that, and the third. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. That's not the behavior of a man.
Now
Liam has not been a mm-mm.
it's a sad day when the only person in the relationship that works is Hope. Liam has a
Honestly,
title and he is not working.
no, he's
He's a
not.
disgusting person.
He
Just the
is.
fact that he's walking around using yet another child for his
Hmm.
own gain. This is the motherfucker that has used Kelly since the moment he found out Steffi slept with Bill. He's used Kelly against Steffi, and he's used Kelly to keep Steffi on the sofa, so he can run to her when he needed stroking. And now this motherfucker is doing the same thing with Douglas. He knows what Douglas wants. He knows what Douglas' parents have agreed to. And he's still running around here trying to make things go his way. He done is
Correct.
so
Exactly.
selfish that he cares about no one. And I'll say it now, continue to say it. Any so-called man that can turn his back on his own goddamn fetus is too fucking selfish for me. I never trust him for nothing.
Just like Vicky just said. Vicky said Liam's acting like he's Hope's father and not her husband. Liam has never acted like he was anybody's husband,
No.
let alone Hope. He's always been her caretaker, her guardian, and her babysitter.
But
He's
her
just
savior, when he
he's
runs to
her
go and
savior.
fight Thomas off of rooftops,
And it's
Hmm.
that's it. I mean,
But
and they need to free Thomas so they can find somebody else to pine after her
We could have had
filthy
we
ass.
could have had a free Thomas. Petra was busy trying to climb the board like a tree, and again denied. I am so sick of them not letting
but he was
Petra and
classy.
Sequoia get that dick.
But he was classy about it. I like what his answer was. He said, "You
Mm.
know what? I have been doing so much for this presentation. This I have not been focusing on my baby. I need a little bit more daddy and son time."
Listen,
I like that answer because he basically what he told him. I'm finna get back to what I was doing with my son, have more daddy and son time, and then I holler at you. I keep you in mind. He ain't tell her no outright. You know what I'm saying? He gave her a real good
Mm.
letdown. I liked his answer. But
I still say he should have made plans for the after the weekend. Cause I'm sorry, Hope is just that's my thing. Regardless of how much chemistry Annika and Matt have, the show is not scripting Hope as someone who is trying to step out on her man. And so,
Exactly.
so it's
And
like,
furthermore, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
oh
off.
no, go ahead, hon. No, go.
And furthermore, Annika is playing it like it has absolutely no interest in Thomas. I still see the look like she want to throw up when she looks at Thomas sometimes. When I
don't see that. I don't see that look.
I don't see that.
Even today,
I see admiration.
I don't see romance. I'll put it to you like this: I don't see disgust, but I don't see her feeling romantic overtones for him. I feel like she's comfortable enough with him, as in she's not afraid of him anymore. I'll tell you that much. She's not afraid or skeeved out by him, because that was an issue that was predominant during all the early parts of this story back in 2018 when all this 2019 when all this bullshit first started, where Hope really looked at just positively blah about Thomas. So she hasn't been looking like that. But no, I don't see any romantic overtones.
I cannot see it.
I don't see romantic overtones with them.
And other people picked it up on Twitter too. That disgusting look when Douglas said that I wish you two could love each other too. I saw it.
I didn't see that. I saw on her face, she looked like, oh my God. Like she was worried for Douglas. Because whenever Douglas is like in need of something, or he feel a certain type of way, she get this look in her face like she worried.
Child. She wasn't damn worried when Douglas was asking Thomas, do you miss me when I'm not around? She was standing up there with a goddamn grin on her face. I don't buy shit from this actress, to be honest with you. Maybe that's
okay. It. I think that's probably it, because I will tell you there has been a marked move from Hope's mannerisms towards Thomas when that conversation happened, because she was in complete denial at that point. Back then, when Douglas was saying that he asking his dad if he missed him when he was away, Hope was in complete stonewall denial that there was any issue, period, with Douglas's living situation or the amount of time he was spending with his father. She's not where she was when she's not where she was when that conversation took place. Not now. She's in a very different headspace where she actually accepts that it is good for Douglas to be with his father more on his own terms. And that's why she's not fighting it.
And she even jokes with Thomas now. Like, if she was disgusted by him, she wouldn't be sitting there joking with him. She just sat there and made fun of her mama with Thomas.
Okay.
If she felt like Thomas was obsessed with her or was a threat, she would not be sitting there kikiing with him the way her husband over there kikiing with her mama. Thomas and Hope got inside jokes and secrets, girl. Old Hope wouldn't have had no secret with Thomas. She'd have ran right to her mom. Well, Mom, Thomas said this, and I really shouldn't say anything, but Thomas told me not to say anybody. She would have went and ran and told somebody that Thomas told her something and asked her not to say nothing to nobody. But this Hope, honey, she done went and told Paris she thought Thomas was hot, and that was their little secret. But 5 people know now. Liam gonna be next. I was wanting his ass to walk in on that shit, but it was thin, and then I was okay because he was looking real good in those muted beige colors.
Oh, well, we're gonna get to the return of the Finn and the return of the Sin. We're gonna get to that.
Well, Steffi asked, I wonder if Liam knows. So we can pretty much, it's a safe bet to say that before this fashion show is over with, Liam shall know. And
he was gonna be in the crowd acting like a bitch.
When he found out, honey, it's gonna be on, because that's when he gonna go on the hyperdrive.
That's why I said he's probably gonna kidnap her.
Yes. Her
I
and
swear
Douglas.
for Lord, if the big hook on this is Liam whisking Hope and Douglas away, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Even though I know how the story is gonna end, I'm gonna laugh because the thing is that is unstable shit to do.
But
Yeah,
listen,
He,
he is on the stable.
but
And he gonna
listen,
take them to the Adam and Eve shack.
and
They
look,
both they
Bill
both
is
unstable, and
gassing
they
him
always
up.
have been.
Bill is gassing him up now. And look, we don't know
Sure
if
is.
Steffi bought the Aspen place or not. She never said that she sealed the deal. She just went up
Correct.
there and let her mom and daddy fucking Bill's house, and then they all came back. It was
Mm-hmm.
never stated whether she actually bought it. So
Mm-hmm.
with Bill telling Liam he got to do something to get his wife under control and to get his kids back home, what if this nut drags them off to Aspen? I mean, we
I
won't get
will laugh.
location shots or nothing like that. It'll be because somebody noted that the room that they were using in Aspen looked a lot like Katie's old living room. So whatever set they had, they might be able to reproduce it where they had if it wasn't actually in Aspen. I think only the outside shots were in Aspen. But
That yeah, that bedroom was the old Aspen bedroom, but that living room did look like Katie's old living
It
room.
did.
right.
Yeah. Which
So
the
it
and
ain't gonna be nothing for them to say Liam then whisk them off and they in the damn another cabin. Liam and says go
shack to shack.
cabin to Bill's cabin. But Bill's
Wait a minute. We got two cabins available. We have the Adam and Eve cabin as your option one. And option two, we have Big Bear.
Can I ask a
So
question?
yeah.
what's that?
Does this sound dumb as hell to anybody else but me?
It
Liam,
does
No,
sound
Liam
stupid.
kidnapping. I'm sorry. I'm asking legitimately. Would
Oh,
I
okay. I
want
thought you.
no,
Liam
Oh,
kidnapping his
it's not
own
dumb as
wife?
hell. You know why? It's not dumb? Because we have to show that Liam is losing his fucking mind. How else are we gonna prove that he's losing his
But what is he
goddamn mind?
kidnapping her for?
Because
What's his
she's not
purpose to
listening to
taking
me.
her?
because
She's not
because
listening.
she what
I
can say
gotta
because she
isolate her.
refuses to listen
Yeah,
because she won't see it. She won't see what he sees.
yeah,
That
yeah,
is what the big sticking point for months has been with Brooke and with Liam. That
So
yeah,
you
Hope
so we
refuses to see
proposing
what they see.
that Liam is going to take Hope off to some private location,
mm-hmm,
try and convince her verbally to see Thomas the way he does.
yeah. Because he has to isolate her from everyone, especially Thomas. Because if he does not do this, he will lose her. He's like, she's not listening. He's gonna take advantage of her and Douglas.
And
So
that's
he,
what
I
he
mean,
tells everybody. He tells Brooke that Hope don't listen to him. He told Bill today that Hope ain't listening to him and that him and Brooke think yada yada yada. He really is. Somebody said he acting like her daddy. He really is acting more like her daddy than he's acted unhusband like to either one of him or her, Stephanie, Ivy, anybody he's been involved with. He is really acting like an overprotective father who is ready to put the chastity belt on his daughter, bury the key, and lock her ass up in the tower after he washes her head with some nair to make sure she ain't even never gonna grow a wisp of a ponytail to get somebody to rescue her. That's how Liam is acting with Hope right now. So I don't think it's far-fetched for him to get all gassed up by Bill, who's
mm-hmm,
telling him he got to do something. You got to
mm-hmm,
act right now. You got to put your
mm-hmm.
foot down. You gotta do something. You got to get bold. That's what
Yeah,
Bill is gassing him up to do some.
mm-hmm.
I agree. I
And
agree,
he's gonna
Bubbles.
do some stupid ass shit that
Yeah,
mirrors Thomas kidnapping Hope. But Hope ain't gonna feel real threatened, but she gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? We ain't got time to be doing this, playing
right.
this shit, running off the Aspen because you don't like the way things are going." That's really the way they should go with this. I don't think they will, but that's what it's giving to me. Watch.
Yeah,
Somebody, what is giving me is this: is that after the show is over, after the preview is over, which from all appearances, just from the promo and everything, the preview is going to go very well. Okay, it's going to be well received. The clothes look miles better than that tassel and floss shit that we used to see. So the preview itself will go well. So Hope will be in a great place. Thomas will be in a great place. Most of the people who work at Forrester will be at a great place.
Mhm.
So what is going to happen though after that show is somebody is going to pop off.
Mhm.
Somebody that's where the tension is coming from in the storyline, because you
Correct.
can feel that they're building to some sort of tension, and that tension isn't the showstopper that Hope goes out and wows the audience. That tension is something that's going to happen after this show is over.
Yeah,
And the
I think very much about what Bubbles was saying is very, I think it's true, and it will go to that extent because you think about it. If you think about it, Liam's behavior following coming up to this show right now, it will prove that he is desperate and that he is losing his shit. So if they don't do this, how else are they gonna show that Douglas is the mastermind? Because look, that has not been put to bed for me. I think that Liam is going to provoke this child too, because he already told him, look, all right, I need you to ride me over here to Forrester so I can go talk to my mom and my daddy. So Douglas is definitely pulling strings unintentionally, like he's not doing it to be menacing and
But you know,
malice.
you missed that boat.
He's doing it
You know,
because he has promises that need to be given.
he's a kid.
but Bell
Right.
missed that boat though. Bell missed that boat when he named Thomas the fucking call up for the CPS. So to me, that ship sailed for me.
But that's
Oh no,
the thing. I don't think that's the final straw on that, Sam. That's what I'm
well,
It's so weird to me. I mean, what's the deal? So they make Thomas the CPS caller. So Douglas remains
Supposedly.
here when it was common sense for Douglas to be the one behind it, just playing a prank or being mad at Brooke. But they didn't do that. They did the obvious. Now they got Douglas out here parent trapping. I mean, they all over the place. It just proves to me that they don't know what they're doing. I just don't trust nothing because tomorrow everything that happened today can be undone. That's just how I feel about this show. It makes me so
well, no,
upset.
that's what they do. Because that's exactly what they do. So I don't know what exactly we're building to. I have my suspicions, but right now the only two people I can say Liam is the one who's acting the most squirrely out of everybody who's on scene right now.
To say the least.
He's acting like he's positively about to have a nervous goddamn breakdown any second now. And it's aside from the fact that I actually find it funny because Liam in distress is a good thing to me because he's an asshole and he should be in distress for the rest of his life. About every little thing, like he should wake up and be stressed and he should go to bed and be stressed. That's how terrible of a character he is.
Yes,
So
I agree.
so that part is somewhat amusing in a sadistic type of way, but the question about it, that's the thing, this sweeps period, or at least the way that they're storyboarding things, one, we all notice very clearly that Tridge is not on screen right now, which does not upset me because right now I'm aggravated with the decisions they've made in that area. So not seeing Tridge together does not upset me. Would I like seeing Taylor? Sure, but Ridge, he can just drop in a hole and disappear.
It's pissing me off.
They've made a mockery of it. They've made a damn mockery of it.
It's pissing me off because I need to see Tridge. I don't need to have no imaginary thoughts of what they're doing and how they kicking it and hanging out and making breakfast and coffee. I don't want to know. I don't want to imagine the shit. I want to see it. You
want to see
you on your own with that with
and don't looking what he don't like. He ain't happy nowhere. He wasn't happy with the ball and chain over there in over at the mansion, and he still ain't happy now. So I don't care about seeing him.
That's the thing. Everybody keeps trying to say, Sam.
You know what he gonna give?
Everybody keep trying to say he's not happy because he's with Taylor. That ain't why he's sitting up there looking like that. He looking like that because he got unfucking finished business. That's the thing I don't like. They're not giving closure They're just doing this shit and we hanging on. Like, I
Ken, they
don't like.
told you in the November sweeps what time it was. They told you and me at the same time that the only reason Bridge ain't together is because Thomas made the CPS call and because of Bridge's appreciation for Taylor. That ain't love. They told you what time it was.
Who told me that? Ain't nobody told me that trash.
Well, somebody want to read it to Ken?
That's in Can. That's what's in Belle's November previews. When you go look at the section that's about Tridge and Bridge, that's the bullshit that's written there.
Yeah,
From the mouth of the head goon himself.
What did it say? What did it say?
Hold on, wait. I'll pull it up. Hold up.
You
Let me
need to
pull
get
it
a
up.
verbatim, Ken.
Yeah, but no, because
Okay.
it's very funny. Y'all want to articulate and put this as factual, but we literally picked out these summer previews and saw, oh, he actually did mean that Thomas is going to get a new love interest. Oh, he loved his son.
That was,
Y'all
but that's the
know
thing,
Belle
Can.
don't
But
put
that was,
shit out as verbatim.
but that was the summer previews. It is
That
no
is
longer
all
summer, baby.
cook
It
and
is
bake.
fall now.
That's
Hold up,
cook
I
and
think.
bake, y'all. But
Ken.
okay, let me hear it.
Hold up, I'm pulling it up on Insta because I think a couple of people posted it. Let's see.
Yeah, Sin Rising posted all of them. She's got
Okay,
them all separated.
I got it.
highlighted.
Okay, so here we go. This is what is from the summer previews exactly for Brooke, Ridge, and Tridge.
Okay.
We just learned that Thomas is and the person saying this is Brad Bell.
Oh,
We
okay.
just learned that Thomas is the one stirring the pot and called Child Protective Services.
Mhm.
So that is really what's keeping Brooke and Ridge apart, along with his appreciation for Taylor.
Mhm.
Okay, so hold
Mhm.
on, let's see. Hold up, where is it? Because I think it was
Ken,
printed.
how you just feel about just those two sentences, ma'am?
How do I feel about it?
Yes.
It works. It works according to what his whole method is to get y'all gassed up.
I'm not gassed up. I'm just aggravated.
Because
I'm like,
he is definitely a gaslighter. He literally writes these previews to gaslight everybody. And it's everything that everybody been saying in these fucking Twitters. Like, the Twitter streets have already been talking the same trash. So he literally is taking the stuff that y'all done tweeted out and put it in the preview like it's supposed to be something new. Boy, hush. Anyway, I'm sorry,
I
darling.
don't know. I'll put you this way, Can. I don't recall anybody saying that Ridge appreciates Taylor. Okay, being torn between his love for Taylor and his love for Brooke. Yes, but appreciate, that choice of words is really, really unsavory.
That's to say the least. I'm not even gonna say unsavory. I put myself on mute. But that's to say the least. I'm gonna tell you how I felt about it. I felt like it was an intentional slap in the face. So when you say, yeah, he's trying to rile us up, he is. I get that. That's for damn sure. But not in a good way. Not in a way that leads us to build up for some sort of suspense. He's flat out telling us that Ridge is not with Taylor because he loves her. Did you hear anything about LOVE in any of that description?
Mm-hmm.
None.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. So while Ridge is over there having sex with Taylor and appreciating it, we know how this is all gonna end. And I guess I get angry about it because what you're watching right now, like Bubble said, Hope seems to be different towards Thomas, just like Ridge seemed to be falling in love with Taylor again. But what we're gonna hear at the end of this is that Hope is grateful to Thomas. Isn't that the word they used in the preview, darling, for Thomas, Hope, and Liam?
Let's see. I had clicked off of it.
For Thomas, Hope, and Liam.
Thomas, Hope, and Liam.
Our heroine, and she is committed and all 100% in love with Liam.
Love with Liam, exactly. Right? Belle is being very careful in these previews not to apply the word love to any pairing but the one that he pushes. Okay,
correct.
That is the theme that
he has been known to push. Can we put that has been known to push? Let's say that.
Yeah, but what else has he been known to do? But what else has he been known to do?
He's been
Sweet
known to
potato.
rewrite. He's been known to steal shit from the past and bring it like it's new. He has been known to be false and lie. He's known to do a lot of stuff. But
Well, I
but you asked the question. My thing was he's definitely gaslighting for a reason, because this is the stuff that I see on both sides. Like, he's definitely not trying to get rid of Brooke fans and the 50% of them that still want Bridge, because it's like 50% of Brooke fans who don't give a damn if she get back with Ridge. So, but it's definitely some out there who want Bridge to still exist. And so he's not stop. He's not trying to get rid of those fans. It's because that is his coupling that he has known to push. But he's not Tridge. Not Tridge. He knows the power of Tridge, because he's not going to say things that's totally asshole backwards. Like, in my opinion, that preview was very gaslighting. Like, but he literally just said everything that we all talk about on these Twitter streets.
But that's the thing, Can. He left those previews leave nothing to the imagination. That's the problem. A preview is supposed to be just that, a preview. It's supposed to tantalize you. It's supposed to make you want to watch. The way that he's describing let me put that, the love language that he uses to describe those couples and these opposing pairings don't leave nothing to no imagination. Okay,
and that's what I'm saying. When have you known for him to do stuff like that? But that's okay. I'll digress. I'll leave it alone, because
I would rather talk about sin anyway. Exactly. You are correct. I am ready to move on. We have dissect, because first of all, as far as Tridge is concerned, like I said, I'm still at the back of the bus, but I was at the back of the bus before the summer started, so my position really hasn't changed much on that topic. So
yeah, but that's my thing. But y'all said it for me, but y'all still want it to be the way it feels. Like, it's very fucking toxic. Like, it's the PTSD talking, y'all. It's okay.
No, it's not PTSD. If it was it's not PTSD if you got punched in the face and your face hurts. That's not PTSD. No. That's you having pain receptors in your face.
No,
and your face telling you you're in pain.
It's what I'm calling the PTSD. It's the anticipation of stuff that has not even happened.
Okay, but no, it's not. But that's the thing. Them doing the shady shit with the CPS call and choosing to insert it in the places they've inserted it in, that's not anticipation of an event that's to come. That's what they've done. They stuck it where they stuck it for specific reasons. They do not have Ridge's stupid face flashing to that dumbass call at all of these terrible times when somebody questions him about his marriage to Brooke and why things went downhill, for it to not mean nothing at the conclusion of this story. That's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what everybody is saying. That's the reason. That's why he's playing it. He's playing this off like it's about the call, when his entire reason for leaving had everything to do with Deacon. It was not about the call until very recent. Like,
we know that, but he has rewritten it to say it's about the call. What did we say before we even went to Aspen? Brooke is never left to be at fault for a damn thing that wrecks her life. God will always give her a way out and a get out of jail free card, so that when something is revealed, all of a sudden the whole board is wiped clean, and the bullshit that she did all of a sudden does not matter. That is the purpose that the CPS call serves.
Well,
that is what it's there for. That's
I'm with April, and April said, I hope Taylor get pregnant.
And I would say we would need to, and it's too bad that this is a country where we have problems in that area, because I'd be like, y'all need to go let her take some considerations like Ashley did, if that's the case, because I certainly don't want Taylor having no more children for this rat ass man. I love my Tay Tots, but you know what? They're enough. They're enough, and they're enough as they are. Because
But
Ridge
yeah,
is
we
worth
can
it.
all agree to disagree, Maya. We sure can.
Mm.
We can move on and
Yes.
see y'all next up. Cause
Well,
I'm losing on this one.
well, I did want to talk about Sin and just how cute they were today. Because they were terribly cute. And so I feel like Steffi should have ditched all this shit and went to her house.
I agree. That was some bullshit.
Because I would have. I
I was
mean,
happy
I
to
don't.
see Finn.
And that's the thing. I had to actually think about it for a minute, and I realized we ain't seen Tanner since before Aspen.
Yeah, exactly. Like the episode before they left. Yeah, because the last time we seen him, he was on his way to work, and he has done a long ass shift.
Exactly.
That
I'm
was a
like,
long ass shift. He been at work ever since Ridge came to that revelation that he want to be just like Finn when he grow up, and I find it amusing. Finn is like one of the only men on this show besides Thomas that actually works.
it actually works for a living. It actually shows up.
He go to his job every day.
So y'all tell me, y'all go ahead and start dragging the hell out of Bill for me, so I can chime in. I ain't even seen it. I
Okay.
can't wait to drag that
Ass
bastard.
man. Bill Spencer needs to go to hell and die.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
It's
He
funny
does.
how Bill picks his struggles according to who he's trying to bed.
Well, that's all.
And that's why I hope Liam gets to Brooke first, so his face can be fucking broke, because all he doing is sitting there trying to wax up little brownie points
Mhm.
with Brooke. Well,
That's
I
it.
get once me and Brooke back together, I can help you get Hope under control. Brooke,
Correct.
your raggedy ass right now, sir. So I don't even like they're all in this little. I feel like Hope is trapped in fucking Stepford Wives, and her mama is leading the cult, and everybody's trying to get her to be brainwashed.
Yep.
Pretty
Yep.
much.
That's
Bill
exactly what's going on.
talking about Thomas and the mannequin and all that stuff.
That pissed me off. Like they don't know he had a tumor in his head.
Yes, like he
Like,
literally
what?
Right.
had a flashback to Thomas and him being on the roof today. They didn't flash back to the roof, y'all, today. Talking about some.
See,
Did
it's
you
assassination.
forget what
It's
on the
pure
roof?
Thomas assassination. Flat
Yeah,
out.
yeah. That. But see, I don't see it as an assassination. I see Bell doing cleanup duty, but I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in that. I
No,
think
but
he's
he
trying
cleaned
to
it up.
clean
You
up
keep
some
throwing it in your
shit.
face. You don't keep
He
giving
would
me
have to.
this
He would have
visuals
to
of
care
Lady
about
Thomas
things to
trying to
clean them up.
up.
He don't
Right.
clean up shit he don't care about, and I don't think he cares about Thomas. But that's just my
It's a
opinion.
fact. Everybody know he don't. It's a
Not the
fact.
way he treat
I
him.
don't think he don't care about Thomas.
Well, we know that because this is the fourth goddamn Thomas. When you resign to 4 recast, that's enough to say you don't give a damn about character.
That means you feel the character is pretty goddamn disposable in my world.
No,
Exactly.
it's not. It means that you love the character enough that you keep trying to get them to come back.
Hey,
But
That's what that means.
I want some of what you
Well,
smoke.
look at Eric.
You very
Look at Eric.
positive tonight. I
How
want
many
some of
times
what
did they
you smoke.
recast Eric?
Oh,
Eric Forrester Jr.
Just
Rick.
twice. It was only
Rick.
only ever been
ain't
two.
but
Oh,
two.
Rick.
Play
Ain't
Rick,
been but two.
I think.
Ain't been but two.
Yeah,
Three.
And even
It
if
was
they had
three.
the they had the first one come back.
It was
he had
three.
been seen around in the studio. So if they need to do another Rick, they'll get that Turkenstein guy, whatever the hell his name is, because he's still coming around the studio.
Yeah, I believe that.
So Rick is important enough for his ass
It was
to
three
have
Ricks,
two.
though. But what I'm saying
girl,
is,
that's right. We have had 3 Ricks. I don't know how I forgot about Kyle Louder. He wasn't even my favorite Rick. That's why.
He was the most disgusting one. He
I
did all the
blocked
most
him.
grimy shit.
I blocked Kyle Louder's Rick because of that. He was the Rick that accompanied the period of them making Ridge not Eric's son, and then all that skeevy shit happened. So yeah, I blocked Kyle Louder. I
yeah,
really do.
like him
My
dating
brain,
Jackie and shit.
yeah, my
Phoebe.
yeah, my
And
brain
Phoebe
jumps
and
between
Taylor.
Jacob Young and
Steffi
Justin
too.
Torkelson.
He used
Yeah, that's what I
Steffi too.
said first. I said her name first. Yeah, he went through all the Maroney girls.
Steffi,
Yeah, that's
Taylor,
nasty.
and Phoebe.
Disgusting, trifling, tacky, trash. Where's Sanchez? Trash.
But y'all know Rick was always stealing Thomas's girlfriends anyway. When Thomas was dating Caitlyn, Rick didn't let it go, and he had
Let
to have
never change.
Caitlyn.
That's what the Logans do, whether it's a male or a female. It
Yes.
don't change.
Yep. They always want what the Forsters or Maronis have. And people are their prime real estate. That's the prime real estate that they love to acquire.
And right now, Douglas is the real estate. While Liam
Oh,
has
yeah, he
the word
lakefront
about his
property,
own
honey.
damn child in months.
Yeah, he lakefront property on the
As far as I'm
25th.
concerned, Kelly's a Finnegan.
She is.
Yeah,
And the only thing I would continue to drag him for it, but it's really pathetic that they got him ready to ride here, screaming and crying about Douglas coming home.
He at home.
Can you hear that?
And if it was about him actually caring about Douglas, maybe that would be cute. But it's not. It's about him.
It would actually
about
be
his
worse.
wife.
Yeah, I think
It's about his wife.
That he would love Douglas more than he loves his own. He never expressed time once.
And that just goes his whole theory, his whole logic of calling Douglas's home the shack just goes to show how generous Thomas has been, so much to the point where he knew how important Douglas was to Hope. So he wanted him to stay where, first of all, that's where Douglas wanted to be at the time. But now that Douglas wants to be with Thomas, it's a problem. It was no problem when Douglas wanted to be at the shack. He wanted to be there. Thomas was fine with it. Thomas said, "Okay, I'll come and see you. We'll hang out with those ball on the weekends. It's fine." Now that Douglas is saying, I want to be back with my pop. I want to go home with the Forest.
It's why I laugh at the people who sitting up here talking shit about what Bill said about, well, Bill's right. Since when does the child get to decide? But here's the thing: the child didn't decide. The child said what he wanted, and the parents agreed. Because regardless of whatever soap Twitter says, Liam ain't nobody to Douglas but a first cousin once removed. That's it. He is not the boy's father. The boy has a father.
And can y'all believe how upset Twitter is about how Douglas is treating poor Liam? So many years.
Yes, I love it. I love that they're upset because they are just as disturbed as Liam. Y'all clearly are more upset about Liam having his bitch fit about some child that he never even wanted to live there. He never even wanted Douglas. You know what I'm saying?
He accepted Douglas because he realized he was losing ground with Hope. That's the end. At the end of the day, that is how it ended up working out. Was that he ended up accepting him because he realized that he was losing too much ground with Hope. So he just went ahead and gave in.
But he had to because
darling, he fucked.
Remember, he slept with Steffi.
That's what I mean.
Steffi. That's why he gave in to her wanting Douglas there. Because before then it was an ultimatum. Either me.
No, y'all got that. Y'all have that switched up. He slept with Steffi after that. Remember, after everything came out in 2019 about Beth, etc., and Brooke started her crusade and got Hope to go along with it, and Liam was the only one who was, backing out about it. And then she eventually did end up getting him to sign the papers. The thing that ended up getting him to go back to the cabin was when she put him out after she saw him kissing Steffi. They kissed, and they had that whole mess where that led up to the wedding.
Right. He was straight on the outside. Right. They kissed. Yeah. Right. But and then but I'm saying he gave her a whole ultimatum: either me and what I want, or you bring Douglas here. That's the thing. And this is supposed to be your cousin, and she's trying to do something.
The only reason why Liam relented and went back to the cabin was because he had got caught and busted kissing Steffi.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, because I'm like, no, that's when you said slept with Steffi. I was like, no, that happened the following year.
Yeah.
So no, him rolling over and playing dead on the Douglas issue was because he got busted kissing Steffi. It pissed Hope off. He was losing ground with her, and he decided to relent because he was in the doghouse. That's the only reason he ended up going along with that, not because he wanted the
Exactly.
child.
If they right here screaming about how poor Liam feeling left out when he was Douglas's family when Thomas couldn't be. So they are so dumb to
That's
feel
funny.
bad for Liam because Douglas rejected him. Kelly should be the one doing it. It pisses me off that Kelly isn't the one saying, no, Liam, I'm staying home with mom and dad.
It's because she's not the one in question. She's at home. She is at home with her mother, and she's at home
but
with her
she
stepfather.
need to be rejecting Liam, period. She don't want to go visit him. She don't want to go do a sleepover. She don't want to leave. She want to stay home with her mom and dad in Hayes.
But the thing is, but for her to reject him, he has to give a shit about her, which he doesn't.
That's it. That's what makes these people running around here screaming about how they feel sorry for Liam because of Douglas. It's like, damn, I wouldn't have no pity considering how he treats his child.
Correct.
I mean, this is what he deserves, but they don't see it. It's insane to me.
Also, as somebody else pointed out, I don't know how the hell Bill had the nerve to sit up in the Olive Garden talking about how you were dad to Douglas, and I'm like, when his dad was kissing Manny, because I wanted to say, bitch, didn't you lose custody of Will? Didn't you lose custody? You with no medical condition, you with no documented issues, just you being a plain old rotten ass asshole.
Yes.
You lost custody of your child for being an absentee father. So who are you to talk about anybody's shit?
darling. I hope that wasn't a good. I hope you ain't snatched your glued on with, cause yeah.
I'm like, I mean, yes, it's soaps, and we all know on soaps, everybody in town lives in a glass house.
Yeah,
it's just the way the soap works. But
correct.
Bubbles said it right. Bill is up here saying and doing everything he can, playing kissy, licky, sucky, sucky, because he wants to get in Brooke's drawers.
That's it.
Again. So he said, and also, I'm gonna be very honest, the way that especially is I don't care for it for Brooke because it pisses me off, but I cannot stand the way that Liam and Bill talk about Hope. Get her under control. Bitch, what?
Yeah, they handle her.
No, lay down to handle her.
Yeah.
Don't take your caveman knuckle dragging ass somewhere. First of all, what you mean handle her? Right now she handling everything. She the one who at her job.
Correct.
Doing whatever it is that she do. Y'all staying at her mama house.
Correct.
So what the hell are you handling? Exactly. So what exactly are you handling, Liam? You ain't handling the bills. You ain't handling the roof over the head. You ain't handling the goddamn boy. Fuck, you don't go sit down.
He managing to lose his mind.
And Bill was in jail behind bars and only got free because of Thomas.
Oh yeah, you notice how they completely disavow that, like that never happened.
Yeah. Right? It never did.
The powers to be pretend like it didn't happen so that they can push their agenda. That Thomas hasn't been doing anything but kissing mannequins and raising hell.
And manipulating children.
Because that's a blatant attempt to gaslight me. And I don't appreciate it.
No,
and to gaslight us.
Exactly, like that bull, like Vinny didn't become a rolled pizza for nothing, and we didn't remember that tacky, terrible bullshit when it went down. Like I said,
and Thomas had to punch out his own friend to get Liam off the hook for Hayes' paternity.
You know what I mean? Look at it.
Even after when Liam slept with Steffi, Thomas told Hope to forgive Liam.
Yeah,
he didn't try her.
No,
but now he's obsessed again. Out of him. They so sick over there at Bold and the Beautiful that they can't pull their head out their ass to do just what is common sense.
No, they can't.
See, that's
because they need for dear life, the 2%ers need something to float on to. Thomas, we would have took Thomas with Petra. We would have took Thomas with Paris.
They are literally floating on drift deadwood. It
is deadwood.
They're floating on deadwood, and what happens with deadwood in the water.
It takes everything down.
Man,
The wood
so
go right down and everything that's holding on to it.
that wood floats. And it does not sink. It floats. It flies its way to the
Girl, you
shore.
too goddamn optimistic for me tonight.
Girl, yes indeed. I just feel like that. I just feel like if we were gonna be put through all this bullshit, I should have got Bill and Liam and lock up Oz style for a few episodes. I just feel like we were robbed.
We should have got some real goddamn villainy. We should have had Thomas doing some evil shit to Eric to get his fucking shares. We should get some real villainy, not this bullshit about trying to get into some big bloomer draws.
He's not doing that. He's not being obsessed. It's the people around him who keep trying to categorize him as being obsessed.
That would be Brad Bell, Can. Why they have
Brad Bell ain't doing that.
telling everybody he was making out with mannequins.
That's all the fans and the people us on script. Bell ain't really writing that. He's cleaning up the bullshit, guys.
Can done left the building.
She has such faith. She has such faith in Brad Bell, and it's.
I need some of whatever she's smoking tonight, because that's real. That's a real
girl. You don't want none of this. I'm trying to tell you, you don't want none of this.
I couldn't take it. I got that much chipper in me. Shit.
Now at this point, I really wish they would go ahead and have one of Finn's sisters show up, because it was really cute how he said that. I never got to have that sibling rivalry. Well, go ahead, give him a sister.
Oh my God, he got like 3.
He got like
Stephanie's auntie.
Okay. One of Steffi's aunties is his sister.
So Stephanie's auntie. Stephanie's auntie, and then he can get some good old family interaction.
What's her name? Diane. Diane.
Yeah,
there you go,
honey.
Diana. There you go.
I would probably put more money on Mary than Diana,
honey.
Because we already know Mary. Yeah, we already know Mary crazy. So
that's Sheila 2.0, honey. Her mama did to her the exact same thing. Sheila.
Did
mama
any of the flashbacks have any of Sheila kids in them?
No. They did have a flashback of her threatening Thomas ass though.
You did, and it was for naught. It was not for naught, honey. There's a reason. Yes, honey. Ooh, that was a good flashback. All the flashbacks they showed for Halloween for Sheila were very good, and I think they.
Well, that's the thing. No. First of all, Sheila does not have any bad previous history, okay? Unless you count when they gave her Michelle Stratford's face, when they did, but that was on Genoa's. That was on Young and the Restless, so Bowl ain't got to take no responsibility for that bullshit. Yeah, I mean, but unfortunately, as much as I enjoyed the flashbacks, because that was when they actually allowed shit to happen in the stories. I don't know what their intention is with Sheila going forward, or if they're going to let anything happen. But I really do feel like they were supposed to pop the cork on Sheila during sweeps. Enough time had passed since Finn's escape in July, or rather August, for them to be ready to pop the cork on Sheila's side of the story in November. But for whatever reason, they decided that they wanted to put that on ice.
What?
They pretty much just declawed Sheila. They had sat her in this house with Deacon, and they get her dick down every other day. And she don't want nothing now except for just, to maybe be with Finn and to be dick down by Deacon.
When she said that?
That's what's been happening.
That's literally what's happening. Sheila is being fucking June Cleaver out here in these streets. Like, her focus is on Deacon. He's her everything. She still wants to have a relationship with Finn and all of that, but this Sheila right here acts like she can settle down and be happy and live a normal life. Like, she's really been declawed.
Deacon is my world. Deacon, you're my world.
Why? It's plot driven.
Of course,
that's just only for Sheila to be after Brooke behind Deacon. As soon as that story over, They'll have Sheila probably with a gun again, trying to shoot Stephanie.
And I need her to come on right now and go and be a little bit crazy because her purring around the house and making steaks and dusting and shit. Like, what?
So y'all think okay. So y'all think that this is finna come to an end with them
No,
signing?
not an end. No. They just put that when I say on ice, I mean on ice. They have her boxed into they boxed her into that apartment and are just leaving her there while they play out these other bullshit stories. When momentum wise, we should be seeing Sheila on her shit now. But that's not what we're getting.
Like,
Y'all don't see that Deacon is don't y'all see Deacon is finna be the new Mike? Deacon is being positioned in to play Mike's role in Sheila's antics. And this is why they done shine on for 2 more years. Because
with that, but I think he's going to be an unwilling Mike. You know, Mike did stuff for Sheila because he loves her. He would complain about it, but I think that he would have married Sheila if she had a red wig when the time was nigh. He probably snatched her on up and taken her and rolled off into the sunset. Deacon, Sheila is his consolation prize because if Brooke had said yes to him, he would have figured out a way to drop a damn dime on Sheila. He'd have left her up there in that apartment and never came back or whatever if Brooke had said yes. So Brooke said no. He took his ass back over there to where he was dicking it down all the time because she really is the only person who accepts him as he is. She don't judge Deacon. She might like roast him for shit that he's done in the past, but Sheila appreciates that man. She loves him. He is her whole world.
Mm-hmm.
They a fucking couple until and Deacon is whether he wants to admit it or not. Him protecting her now, I think, is about a lot more than just we gonna both end up going to prison if somebody finds out. He's reluctantly falling in love with her, just like Thomas said. Sure, I'm gonna marry Zoe and try to love her. But if Hope tells me yes, hell yeah, I'm gonna fucking drop Zoe. I'll drop that bitch at the goddamn altar. Try me and see. And he did. So that's
hard.
the same thing. Deacon and Sheila can be at the altar, and if Brooke walked in the room and Deacon thought he had a chance, he'd be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna take a chance. Sheila can shoot me, but I will die being Mr. Deacon Logan."
now look, if we do have this epic kidnapping and they pull a redo of Steffi kidnapping with Hayes and Sheila pulls off Morgan, she gotta have a Tom. Tom is Deacon. Deacon gonna be going in and out through the circle, trying to get information, see what they done came up with, report back to Sheila and tell her, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. If they do pull this off, this kidnapping, I think Hayes gonna be on up in the studio for a little while, y'all.
Alexa, turn off my lights.
What
I
happened?
don't know. Oh no, that's Sam talking to Alexa. I don't know. Because the thing is, Deacon is in Sheila's web. So any part that he is gonna play at this point is going to be unwitting.
Well, yeah,
Meaning
it's
that
been unwilling for a long time, but he keeps on participating. You know what I'm saying? So she's gonna
participating in
keep
hard.
holding his head.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing. Sheila hasn't asked him to do anything other than to keep his mouth shut about where she is. That's
Right.
all she's required of him at this point. Is
That's
let me stay here. And yeah, it's a lot, but it also doesn't mean, and yeah, it's a crime to harbor a fugitive, but this
Correct.
particular fugitive is dead. But he actually hasn't had to step out that door and move against someone in Sheila's interest. So that's where I think the line is gonna be drawn between him and Mike. Mike used to do that shit with a swing in his step and a whistle in his heart. He'd go pick somebody up and drag them to wherever Sheila wanted him to be dragged to because that was his boo. That was his boo thing. And if Crazy Girl wanted the man locked up in the basement, then you know what? I'm gonna help Crazy Girl lock that man up in the basement. That's what I'm here for. Deacon
Right.
ain't gonna be that type of second banana. He is
Yeah.
not gonna be that type of Igor for her.
Well, yeah, I agree because Tom was very much in love with Morgan and was idly just doing any and everything. It took Taylor to try to get him to see that what she was doing was wrong. So that's my thing. Like, I want to know, like, okay, so we all know that whatever's gonna happen with this Sheila storyline is finna happen soon because it's all these storylines that's been hanging is November sweep.
I don't know, maybe by the end of the month. But I feel like they iced Sheila down to tell this bullshit story about Thope and the CPS call and this Tridge business. So if we see anything, I think if we get any movement on the Sheila related part of it, it's not going to be this. It won't be this week. I don't even think it'll be next week. I think it might be like maybe the week before Thanksgiving if we lucky.
Yeah.
If we lucky.
I'm just really disappointed that we don't have more churning, but I get it.
Yeah, and that they didn't, and that it just feels like they lost the momentum that they had. That
Well, they didn't lose it. They
Brad
threw it away.
No,
Well, yeah.
Brad took it. Somebody in there be trying, and then Brad comes around and he goes, "You know what? I don't think so today." And then he takes it.
Yep. And gives us the same old.
And then we be sitting here going, it was getting so good. It's like you hit a brick wall. Things get to turning really good. Like, I feel like we just came off a brick wall because they didn't told us Thomas made this call. But now things are kind of sort of churning again because Hope is telling people she thinks Thomas is hot. If she thinks he's hot, then that means she got feelings for him.
But you know how that came about. I mean, Paris basically had to drag that out of her. And
Don't matter. It's still in there. It don't matter. Just like if you got an ex and you think your ex is hot, but you don't really fuss with him like that no more, and you don't really want to give him that kind of time of day. But then you got this friend that y'all going back. Well, I know Hope and Paris don't go back, but they trying to give us that imagination that they friends like that. But you got a friend like that, and she's sitting there roasting you, girl. You know his ass was fine in them pants when you saw him. You can say it, you can hate him, but you can say that man was fine, and then you go, okay, girl, yeah, because you got eyeballs. Your eyeballs don't stop working because y'all don't get along no more. Your eyeballs don't stop working because y'all broke up. You choose to let your eyeballs not remember what they saw because you don't want that person in your space no more. You don't want to give no more time to that person. For me, Hope saying it, yeah, Paris pulled it out of her, but she was thinking that shit, honey. She was sitting there wiping the saliva off of her chin. Paris didn't have to pull shit out of her. We sat here and watched Hope for 2 days. Drink Thomas from the bottom of his feet to the top of his head.
She was fixing, honey.
Down again.
Yes, honey. She was fixing.
We sat there and watched for the past 10 months Ridge and Taylor draw closer for all of a sudden one damn thing to happen and everything, and that's what broke momentum ended with that CPS call. I just am so down on this show. I am literally not even missing it. I have not put that thing back on my DVR, and I have to be involved with Shaw because that's my pleasure and it's fun, and I do enjoy dragging that fashion story, that fashion soap. But I am committed, and I don't see nothing that's gonna change it. To 2023, they won't see me.
No, I don't blame you.
Not till 2023.
If those don't give you a reason to watch, then there's. I'll be honest. At this point, it's this week. The last 2 weeks have been busy for me, so I haven't been able to catch it during my lunch like I would normally do because my lunches keep shifting to accommodate work bullshit. And the thing is, when I go back to watch it, I'll be like, okay, Okay. The only thing that was interesting to me was that they let Douglas put his Oshkosh bagage on Liam's windpipe. That was unexpected gift, and I appreciated that for what it was worth.
Y'all so crazy.
Now I do
They
see that
y'all
it's
said he
eight.
put his Oshkosh Bigosh on his neck.
Yes, he did, and I do see that it's 8:14. So I do know we still have days, and I did want to touch on Y&R before we peaced out for the night.
Yes, let's do that. I don't even care that much about why now. Y'all can talk about that, but I got some things to say about Days of Our
Well,
Lives.
one thing a couple things I'm gonna say about Y&R. First of all, one, I am so sick of Abby's ass for the ninth time because she is sitting up here being salty as hell with Chance because and Chance called on it. He told her, "You upset because I don't put you first in everything. You're upset because I prioritize my job when I need to prioritize my job." And he came out of bag on her ass and said, "We both got some resentments on both sides of our marriage," because frankly, he basically told her that yes, he regrets not popping Victor ass for that Ashland shit. Because yeah, he let his wife and her father sway him from doing the job that he loves to do. Because Chance is actually a cop's cop. He's a cop because he believes in the law. And he sat up there like a goddamn knucklehead and let his wife convince him that it was in the greater interest of everybody's interest for them to let the whole Ashland thing pass because yes, Nick, the guy died by accident, but what Victor did to conceal that was no accident. That was the crime. The cover up was the crime, not the actual, death of Ashland because it was accidental. So he resents Abby for having him do that because when he got knocked off of work early, he didn't go his ass home. He went his ass to Crimson Lights to relax, and Abby caught him over there. And she was like, "Well, what you doing here?" He was like, "Oh, I got off early and I needed to relax." "Oh, so you came here instead of going home." And it was all downhill from there. Then you had, go ahead.
It was ugly, and I caught their little fight because I had to make sure that the Paramount Plus app was working on the TV today. So I went ahead and started early, and I saw their little fight, and I was like, "This why your ass should have left him dead." I mean, if a man fakes his death to get out of his marital obligations, maybe you should just let him stay dead. But you had to go run off and go find him because your little mixed up Franken baby needed a daddy. And then you got two daddies now, and now you got a daddy and a half because you sitting up here married to this man and mad because he doing his job. It's ugly. I kind of almost felt bad for her, but then I didn't because I was like, did nobody tell you to marry that old ass man?
Exactly. My thing with this is that first of all, Chance and Abby didn't even date that long before they got married.
Did they
and then
date at all? Like I don't remember them
I just
compared with Chance.
Girl, that's what I remember. I remember them rolling in the bed a lot, and then all of a sudden, it's let's get married. That's really what I remember about their courtship. And then once they got married, she was on a warpath to have a baby, only to find out that they couldn't because his low sperm count, and and plus she had some issues, and then he disappeared and left her a note saying, "You go have our baby," and then that was it. And I'm looking at y'all like, you know what? Y'all are like a couple who got married and then the husband went off to war and was gone for 5 years, and now he's back, and y'all don't know how to cohabitate because y'all never really cohabitated like you were supposed to before y'all made all these commitments.
Right. They ain't never been together. They ain't never spent no time living in the same house. He probably didn't even know. You remember that movie Green Card with Andy McDowell?
Yeah, with Gerard Depardieu. Mm-hmm.
If they had to sit up there and give them one of those marital tests when they got married, I could bet you Chance probably wouldn't even know what color that girl toothbrush was, or whether it was a manual toothbrush or a fucking Oral-B with the spinning head. He didn't know nothing about her. She didn't know nothing about him. She probably could have been rinsing her mouth with his aftershave because that's just how little that she knew about him when they moved in. But they was in love and they moved in and got married and Frankenstein the baby. But if she had waited, she really should have waited because the doctor never said that Chance couldn't have kids. The doctor said because of the injuries he suffered, his body is not really producing little swimmers like it should. And after a break and he gets some rest, then he can pump out and shoot up the club, and maybe y'all will catch some bodies. Well, I'm hoping that he has an affair with somebody, thinking he can't make no babies, and boom, boom, bam, bam, Chance got a baby. That's what I want.
Exactly.
I love
and
it.
About it.
That's honestly what should happen, because first of all, one, look, you know what I said. Abby never needed a baby, no matter who it was. She needed to go get a purse dog. Okay? That is what she needed. She needed a little purse dog for her to focus all of her affections on, not a child that she was having like a damn build-a-bear with her husband on the other side of the world and completely uninvolved in the process. So the problems that they're having in their marriage now, it is natural for that marriage to break down, considering everything, the circumstances and everything that predated that. Y'all sitting here trying to, and the thing that tricked me out, my mama even had me rolling. She said, this little bitch hollering about how we couldn't go trick or treating with our son. She said, that child so young, he ain't gonna remember that damn first Halloween.
Look, y'all, didn't Chelsea try to commit suicide today or yesterday?
Yesterday, she tried
Yesterday.
off the building.
Yes,
So
and
how's that story going?
well, Billy saved her and took her back to her room or whatever the hell, and he called Sharon. He called Sharon to come over to try to, I guess, talk her down. And I guess the way that it's gonna end on that one is that I think she volunteered. It wasn't really clear, but did she agree to voluntarily, commit herself
So I
to
got
a
a question.
place?
Yeah,
Did
Sharon
Melissa,
is taking her.
Jason, and Sharon tear that shit up or not? That's what I want to know.
Oh yes, oh yes,
That's what I want to know.
yeah, they were doing stellar work because they are first class actors. If you give them
You
the right
goddamn.
material.
That's what I mean. Because
Mhm.
I would expect nothing goddamn less.
Oh yeah. So now Chelsea is off in, I guess you could say, intensive therapy somewhere. But the thing is, she kind of sort of, from what I understand from the day ahead, he popped she just left. She did not tell anybody where she was going because Adam does not know where she is. Chloe is out of town on vacation with her family, so she doesn't know where she is. So nobody really knows this happened but Billy and Sharon. And I think Billy told Lily, because Lily thought that he ghosted her at the club when he was really up there saving Chelsea's life. It was
Oh,
really.
that's so not cool that he betraying her trust like
I
that.
don't think he
Totally.
told her. I don't
Oh
think.
no, he didn't know. He didn't give her like the details. He just, kind of told her something went down, but not the
Oh,
the
okay.
what of something went down, because Lily was really pissed at him.
Because he's having an affair or some shit. I don't know.
Well, he need to be having an affair with his fine ass. Jason Thompson, fine as hell. I don't care what nobody say. He looks cuter and cuter to me with age. He just ages well. He's so cute.
He is cute. Now, another thing that was good was that not Nate, Devon finally got 2 and 2 and 4, and he busted Vic. First of all, Victoria and Nate is the dumbest motherfuckers in the world. How you
Oh,
sitting in a club toasting about the new job he got when Devon walk up there and seeing her all this shit, and Devon is stupid sometimes, but he's not that stupid. He put 2 and 2 together and got 4, and he realized, because when he realized that Victoria was giving him the job
yeah.
as the new CEO of Newman Media, he was like, you do know he don't know why he no longer works for the family company, right? But he's like, but I can figure out why you're so gung ho to give him this job. This is his payoff for selling his own family company out.
That's right.
That you're the CEO that he wouldn't name. And so
That's right.
Victoria sat up there acting like she just came out the goddamn rainbow. Like, Devon, whatever
She
do
was
you mean?
incredulous.
What are you trying to
But see,
say?
Victor Newman would be the type to be like, "Yes, my boy," and there, as always, you're a day late and $1 short.
And here's the kicked out part. And Devon basically said that, I thought Tucker was the one behind this shit. And it never occurred to him that, the
It
Newmans
would be
had
Nate.
been involved. He said that, and he basically brought up the fact that basically it was some low down dirty shit for y'all to try to do this to the company that Neil created, considering how loyal Neil was to
Was
Newman
to the
Enterprises
Newmans.
when he
Sure
worked there,
was.
and Chancellor when he worked there. He
Sure
always
was. He
yeah,
was
Neil
loyal
was not.
everywhere he went.
Yeah, Neil was no backstabber. And then Victoria gonna sit up there with her lying ass saying, I would never do anything to disrespect Neil. But he would have understood that, something like that is just business. I mean, it's not like we owe each other anything. And I'm like, I hope Divine got
That was
something for her
disgusting
ass.
for her to say. I
Yeah,
can't even
because
believe
she's
they
that.
let that shit come out of dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Because she's that type of person. And then of
Yeah, they
course
really want us to not like her, huh?
very much so. And the thing is, Devon basically gave Lily. He basically gave Victoria a warning, like, be careful about who you let in your goddamn dough. You think it's so hot that Nate didn't snitch you out to me, but you may want to watch yourself because he might do your ass like he tried to do me. Okay?
Facts.
And Nate basically be like, he apologizes to Victoria because he know that Devon is really pissed at him. But no, Devon ain't just really pissed at you. He's pissed at her too. And no, this whole matter is not over. And one thing I will say that was so interesting, and that is a contrast between the two shows and how they view loyalty. On Tomorrow's Young and the Restless, Nick has issues with Victoria and Victor over this Fire and Sally thing to give Nate that position. Okay, because at the end of the day, aside from the fact that Sally was doing the job, it's like, how y'all sitting up here thinking that Nate's gonna be this great loyal ass worker when he knifed his own family in the back? And both Victoria and Victor say the same thing, talking about, well, he was loyal to us. He didn't snitch on us. Then you flip over. I bring that up to flip over the fact that today on Days, EJ said the exact opposite thing. When he thought Xander was trying to sell out the Kiriakis to him in exchange for, a job or some sort of a benefit, EJ looked down his nose at Xander, which he already had been doing, because as far as he was concerned, if you knife your own family in the back, I ain't got no fucking use for you in my company.
Because that's common fucking sense.
Exactly.
That's what we all would say.
Exactly.
When the
And that's
snakes
just
show you what they is, you don't go around with it.
exactly. And that contrast that just hit me, that you got Victor and Victoria sitting up here like bum idiots, thinking that Nate is the best thing since sliced bread, even though he doesn't have a lick of media damn experience, but he's a doctor, so he's analytical, he's logical. We're sure he'll make the right choices. Okay, whatever. I think that my dermatologist makes a lot of right choices, but guess what? I'm not gonna let her do my taxes because she's my dermatologist. she don't know shit. She knows plenty of shit about my skin, but she don't know shit about my W-2.
Somebody else is doing her taxes.
Right. No, a doctor doesn't automatically make logical decisions and everything just because they're a doctor. That's like those idiots who be like, oh yeah, he's a doctor. He can definitely save that person's life. Yeah, he's having a heart attack, but yeah, this doctor can save this. Yeah. I'm a podiatrist. I don't know nothing about saving no hearts, bro. Maybe I can get some CPR going up in here, but this is not my wheelhouse.
Right. Why would there be a different class for type of doctors then? Like
Egg.
it would be one type of doctor. A doctor does everything, though.
Like Finn. Like my Finn.
Well, actually didn't Tanner say that in an article that he was like a multi-purpose doctor who just do everything?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's the way I described it to my son too. I was like, it's always one doctor, but they do everything. They do everything from birthing the babies to open heart surgery.
That's them soap opera doctors. They do
That's
it all.
right. That's right. And how sexy was Finn today? I saw a picture of him on Ricky's page. Just delicious all the time.
So good.
And not to mention Ricky always
have to ask that question, Sam.
Yeah,
now you know he was serving looks, honey.
Not to mention Ricky and them always good with getting the right pics, and he had his hand on that ass today too.
And I I seen them. JMW always slipping tongue, though. I seen them.
I think it's probably too hard to try to kiss without it sometimes.
Yeah.
They probably was just like, you know what? Let's just can do it for real, and yeah, let's just don't be gross with it.
We gotta make it real, otherwise our fans will see that it's fake.
I remember those days. Y'all, I know y'all remember the old school days of when the people would have to angle their mouths to make it look like they was kissing. I do not miss those days.
Me either.
Or where you just get that long press against the lips where you
them tight lips, that tight thin lip kiss. Ew.
That's what I was about to say. You know, honey, the person who changed all that shit, Bill Bell came in and said, listen, people need to see sex in the afternoon. I don't know what y'all doing over here, but let me show y'all something. And then he wrote storylines with people being in situations and yeah. Honey, Bill Bell just birthed every damn thing. I'm gonna give him credit for every damn thing because we wouldn't even be enjoying days of our lives right now if it wasn't for Bill Bell.
Tell it. You better tell it, Bubba.
Be real honest with y'all. They really sticking to the formula over there.
At least they are. You know, too bad the son ain't.
Correct.
They said, listen, you don't throw these kinds of notes in the garbage can.
Okay, you better keep those in the archives.
Right, they got that shit under
in the time capsule. We gonna open up the time capsule in 10 years if we need to. We going to. This is our formula.
They made a copy and they stored the originals away because listen, we are not gonna fuck it up. This man left us these instructions 50 years ago. And we can't mess it up. Y'all see what they doing over there on their own shows. We got
the threesome in the morning. Y'all got a threesome in the freaking 6 o'clock morning.
Thank you for bringing up the threesome. Well, Wendy was looking excited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we could switch over to days. I did want to bring up that I couldn't remember what story it was when y'all were talking about them dry ass kisses. Do y'all ever remember those kisses that used to be on Dark Shadows?
The black and white Dark Shadow?
Yes.
Girl.
Yeah.
Those
it looked painful.
It looked like it hurt. It looked like those people needed Vaseline for their lips after they finished with that drop.
Oh my God. They needed some Earl Shab. They needed some. Girl, it was painful. Ooh, that pasty. Ooh, Lord. Why you do that?
Because I couldn't name it because I was thinking it when y'all talked about the dry kisses. I was like, oh, what show was that had them dry kisses that looked like sandpaper, and it was Dark Shadows. Okay, my memory has corrected itself, so we can kick on today's because I see we are at 8:32, and I think everybody has something to say about that.
Yes, Auntie. Go ahead back to the threesome with Wendy. Wendy was ready.
Yes, people were trying to handle their business today in Salem. So Miss Chanel took it upon herself to go try to assess Miss Wendy, which I would love to believe that it was just because she cares about Johnny and doesn't want him to be hurt after how she did him. But yeah, I detected there was quite a bit more to that because Chanel Show was up there talking about it like she was talking on behalf of herself and Allie. And Allie don't know shit about this conversation, girl.
Yep. And how and he's so cute you just want to pet him, and when he
like
came to the door she sure pet him. She knows she still wants Johnny, and that's why that's why Allie's so jealous because I guess she just can't imagine that Chanel can get over Johnny because Johnny and her are identical twins. I mean, can you imagine the mind fuck that is?
It is. I mean, their personalities diverge a bit but they have a lot of common factors. They are both Sammy's kids, okay? So they have personality traits that are in common, but though they are their own people. And the fact of the matter is, unfortunate as it is, Allie and Chanel are living on borrowed time because it is obvious something. Wendy and Johnny may have come together for the common cause of figuring out what his father and her brother are up to. But it is obvious that they are heading elsewhere. Because y'all heard what Grandma Susan told her grandbaby today, huh?
What she told
okay.
What she told Johnny?
Okay. Cookie Grandma Susan, after EJ left, she was like, well, she wanted to make sure that he was telling her the truth about him not being out to get his daddy. And she also made a comment about, about his love life and whatnot. And when the topic of Chanel came up, she's like, "Oh yeah, she go both ways, don't she? And she left you for your sister." Well, I'm not gonna talk about that no more. I was like, I do
Susan is
love
the damn
Susan.
best.
She is. Susan is so
the
kooky.
best. Yes, she's
a kook. She's a lovable kook.
Yes, she is.
And
What did she was sitting up there eating with EJ today? Was it popcorn?
I thought he bought her something from the bakery.
Croissants.
Yeah, he went and got her chocolate croissants because she was going through the candy. Child, I can't. She said,
every time, girl.
How this money these people got, and this the candy they buy?
Yes.
I laughed because
everything was nasty.
I've said that shit before in my lifetime myself. I have sat up here at somebody's house, a person who is supposedly of means and been like, "Child, how this is what you got? I know you make 5 times what I make, and this is what y'all got up here." I think it, but I don't say it out loud. But Susan just went ahead and said it.
She should have love me some damn Susan Banks, y'all.
She is the best.
She's lovely.
I love her.
Well, she told Johnny that, I guess you could say, the spirit. She was saying that she wasn't going to interfere, but she more or less told Johnny that the spirits told her that he will find love again.
Oh.
And then it cut off to Wendy. So I guess the spirits done told her that Johnny gonna find love with Wendy.
No, I just don't see that.
There's a preview of Johnny and Wendy kissing, and I don't think it's a dream.
I just am not getting them two. Okay, I'm here for the ride. I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna need Trip to stay. I'm reckoning Trip gonna stay once he find out something happens to his mom. So
because she talked to him already, and so he on his way back to Seattle and told her.
Oh, I thought she was going with him. Didn't she tell?
Well, she was gonna go with him until
she saw Charlie.
She talked to her ghost son up there in that boat. And she changed her mind because he told her that Ava Vitale is supposed to be out there getting some motherfucking blood. And so she was like, yeah, Ava Vitale is supposed to be out there getting some motherfucking blood. So she ain't going back to Seattle with Trip. She gonna stay there and get some motherfucking blood. And because Elvis couldn't hold his tongue today, Alexander is going to help Ava kidnap Susan Banks.
For ransom.
For ransom. They're going to hold Susan for ransom.
They always doing something to Susan. They done had Susan in the cage. Remember, they done turned her ass into a cat. I mean, they going to need to leave my baby alone.
I just want her to she getting the story, and I don't care. I know she going to end up somewhere talking about that mean.
Oh, yes, honey.
Ava getting Xander to take me away from my sweet little baby boy Elvis and my sweet grandbaby John.
Not her sweet little baby boy.
My sweet little baby boy Elvis. I love you. I'm telling y'all, she is the only person who can make me like EJ. If she was to up and leave tomorrow, I would not give a fuck about EJ DeMera. I think
you might be right,
Bubbles. I've never liked him.
You might be right. I can't say I never liked him because I really just got exposed to him. And I think that I love the villain that he is. But you're right. He was adorable today with Susan.
He loves his mother.
Adorable.
He is a King Kong asshole, but he loves his mom. He's a King Kong asshole who loves his kooky, crazy, out the box mother. He really truly does.
Her favorite pastry. He went and got it, and she said, "You know me so well. You knew exactly what I wanted." And he was like, "Yep, I sure did." Like, that's a boy that knows and loves his mama, and I absolutely adore him, but only when he is with his mama.
That's right.
Way. I don't like him with Sammy. I don't like him with nobody. And I don't even know nobody else he's been with because I don't care about him.
Nicole.
Susan is on the thing with
And
him.
that's the way I feel about Deacon. I could care less about Deacon Stephen when he was Sheila. So I know what you mean. And I love this villain EJ because he gets on my goddamn nerves and I want people to
Like,
gun for him. He is a very good villain. He's a
I mean,
damn good villain.
he is. And today, like, he just dug his own grave because he could, for reasons beyond my understanding, he just could not shut his mouth and stop insulting Xander for 2 damn seconds. It would have cost him nothing to go on about his way. Or to tell Xander, look, I ain't got no job for you. I can't help you out. Good luck to you, but whatever. That's all he would have had to do, but no. He had to insult him. Tell him about how pathetic he was because you lost to Philip Kiriakis. How pathetic
Right.
is that? And
Like
I'll help you out. You can come over and trim the hedges. I'm like,
I said that motherfucker needs to be bankrupted. Go on, take his money. I ain't mad. Go on, take it.
exactly. And the thing is, that's the thing. Xander was not checking for shit that Ava was selling him until EJ said all of this unnecessary bullshit because he had just finished promising Sarah that he would go and find a job and it would be legal. Because when he cracked that joke about smuggling diamonds, she was like, "No, no, you're not going to get an illegal job. It
mhm.
has to be a good job, a job where you're not doing illegal things." So he walked out that stinking ass hotel room he left her in, and Lord, that must be some subpar hotel room. It's got roaches the size of cocker spaniels and a stank, so that
Listen,
when the door
guys,
have to be
it's
open.
ridiculous that Xander Kiriakis does not have a job. Can't won't what's his old ass granddaddy won't give him a damn job at his damn company. This is dumb.
No, he
What's his
won't.
name?
No,
Victor. This is
yeah,
ridiculous.
Victor. Well, see, but it's also ridiculous that they wasn't even at Victor house a week because the way that they said it, I thought they had been there. But time don't pass
No, they
that
just
fast
moved
in
in.
Balaam. They just
I remember
and
because
see,
I saw it and I was just like, wait, they literally just moved in because he couldn't pay the hotel room bills.
they moved out. They moved in and then they moved out right away. And then you got Maggie coming to cut Sarah a check to kind of try to get them some better accommodations because this is a place that stank. The door got to be open, and they got roaches the size of cocker spaniels.
Right. I heard her
Like,
say, effective way to get rid of cockroaches.
dude, if that's what you're googling, you are in hell.
Right. And she
Okay.
was literally Googling it. Now, this is the Sarah that I like. The Sarah that's kind of carefree. She's with Xander and got his back. I didn't like that other BS where she's running away from Xander and got standards and shit. No, you married a goddamn mercenary, so get with the program. I like
Well,
that better.
girl, wait till she find out that he done set up here and done kidnapped Susan Banks for Ava. She gonna leave him. I was
If she
thinking
do,
Well,
if she do, Gwen need to scoop him up. If she do, Gwen need to have him because Sarah should know who she with. Point blank in the period. This is one thing I do like about Nikki and Victor. She knows that he foul, and a lot of times she just got to just tell people, well, you know how Victor is. I don't know what you want me to tell you. That's the way I need you to be when you got a gray man. You got to have his back, and Sarah gonna have to get it together. And I won't Gwen to scoop him right up.
it's very possible because once this mess with Susan happens, because the thing is, everybody loves Susan. Susan's the adorable town kook of Salem at this point. I don't, with the exception of Kristen, I don't know anybody who side eye Susan and give her shit. Okay, everybody else adores the little kooky woman. So no, nobody's going to be on Xander's side in agreeing to help Ava with this shit. Because first of all, let's just put it out there. This shit, I know why Ava's doing what she's doing, but Xander ass is dumb. First of all, you have no guarantee. This is like you're getting paid on a contingency basis. You're not making a damn quarter from this scheme unless the kidnapping and the ransom request is successful. That is how you will get paid. If anything goes wrong between the time that you lay your hands on Susan Banks and the time that y'all get money from EJ Demera, you done just put yourself in legal jeopardy and arrange for a trip to Statesville for absolutely nothing. Look, you ain't got a penny, nickel, dime, no quarter for your trouble. All you got is a jail term. So it's like, I get it. And Xander sitting there looking through the want ads, and that's the other thing. I was looking at Xander looking through the want ads, talking shit. I'm like, you sure picking for somebody who destitute, baby. They ain't got no male strip clubs in Salem no more.
No, I guess they don't. But you
No.
see that he went back to Beyond Days when he said, what was it? Something about the Historical Preservation Society. He was like, I'm not a nerd. Remember he did that in Beyond Salem.
And that's what he said. He said, yes. He said, oh, I'm not a nerd. Well, guess what? I have it on good authority that nerds can sometimes make really, really good money. You would want to go try to act like a nerd, get you some damn spectacles, and get you some damn monies. Instead, you about to sit up here with Ava damn Vitale and go in this harebrained kidnapping scheme to go grab kooky ass Susan Banks of all people in order to make EJ pay y'all up because y'all know EJ got the money. But the problem isn't gonna be the money. EJ gonna get his mama back. But EJ ain't the type of person who gonna hand you the money and get his mama back. He gonna hand you the money with one hand and shoot you with the other because he gonna want y'all next.
I tell you what, I'm so mad about how they doing Xander. Xander, when Sarah had baby Mickey, Xander was going to work for Kyriakis every day, wearing suits every goddamn day. And was he wearing those suits? Yes, he was. Looking handsome and sexy, looking like he smelled good every day. And now they got him living in a Roach Motel without a job. I don't like character regression. I hate it.
I mean, honestly, they could have left. I think him and Sarah would have been better off in the car, living in a car from with that room, from everything that was going on with that damn room. Shit. So now he didn't agree, signed up for this foolishness to go and do this a very big job with very little damn payout, I might add, and it's ill-advised. It's ill-advised, and it is probably going to end in disaster. But because I just don't see how EJ would let this slide. He already ran Ava out of town for the fraud issue with Jake in the damn Demira stock. What do you think he gonna do to somebody who kidnapped his precious mammy?
Mm-hmm.
What is Elvis gonna do?
That's a lot. That's a lot to consider.
Actually. Yeah.
Now that you mention it.
Exactly. Because my thing is, all of this hinges on anonymity, on them not getting caught or fingered as the people who did this, and just taking the money and keeping quiet about it. I'm like, y'all sure got a lot of faith in yourselves. That's a lot of audacity.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Bless them. I mean, you need audacious people on soaps because that's how storylines pop off. But damn, y'all really would have been better off to going back to smuggling some damn diamonds.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like this. This is the kind of stuff I don't like. I like it to a degree. I like outlandish things, but I think you need to still take care with characters. I mean, I don't think Xander needs to be the one out here kidnapping for hire. I think that's just a bit much.
I mean, and here's the thing: I'm okay with people being morally gray. I don't have a problem with it, especially in Salem. But how you morally gray on a cash on delivery basis?
Right.
Like you gotta do
it's like not smart.
You gotta do the work and then you get paid, sir. No. You were supposed to get paid before you did the job. At least Kristen paid you up front when she had you doing dirty shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm disappointed in Xander for that.
Exactly. I'm disappointed in the writing direction and the writing choice. But you know what? I guess we can't complain too much. We do got Xander and Sarah back together, so we got to take the bitter with the sweet.
This is true. And including a bitter with the sweet, I have another question to ask since we're talking about logic fails. Xander up here working cash on delivery, and now we also have Stephanie turning over the file that Alex stole from Sloan and giving it to Paulina. And why are these people so convinced that this is the only copy of this information?
Why was I
Mhm.
just about fixing to say the same damn thing? They are so confident that they have the only copy. No, you think this
I don't understand it, Bubbles.
in a file in a she ain't even is she even in a for real apartment or she in a hotel room? Like she got a locked cabinet. Do you really think those are the for real one copy originals? Y'all ain't been paying attention in Salem.
Mhm.
No. Also, the thing that kicked me out is like, look, y'all were they were just saying that this would not be the end of the blackmail. So what that implies is that if Paulina had paid the blackmail and they had gotten some information from Sloan, if the person was going to come back for more money, that means they would have still had to have retained some sort of proof of the blackmail material. They would have still had to have something to hold over your head after they gave you what they said was the only copy.
And that's
They,
why she don't need to be working with Stephanie Johnson because she's a fucking amateur. Anybody
hmm,
that's ever been blackmailed or watched any episodes of Scandal or How to Get Away with Murder, you know that the blackmailer always keeps something in the back pocket to keep you on the hook. If you question or doubt that, look at fucking Kristen. She got a whole ass family right now because she blackmailed Brady and she got 2 or 3 cars in her pocket that she's still holding over his head because Marlene and them gonna need boosters. That's how you blackmail somebody right there. That Sloan girl is that damn smart. She got copies and they gonna get caught. So what's gonna happen is she's gonna figure out that Dubois Eric is the one, Alex is the one who took them files. She's gonna figure that out because they was there before he came with his little fake ass story about having a surprise for her, and then you blindfold and you taking so long to come on and get this shit in
hmm
bed. Now people knocking at the door and you talking to people outside the door. What is all this going on when we supposed to be having sex? You concerned about trick or treaters getting candy? What? She's
I got a treat over here, you bastard. What you doing?
not a stupid woman. She's gonna put it together, and I want her to put it together to get Stephanie, but I don't want Paulina them to get in trouble. But it's already too late because I seen in the ads where somebody gonna write murder up there at the window in the little sweet shop that Chanel and Allie running.
It's
Mhm.
because that's the part that get on my nerves. Is first of all, one, Stephanie don't need to have no business. Okay, she don't need to have no business, and she don't need to have no clients because she sucks at her job. She really, really does. She does. She sucks at it. And even though Alex, first of all, one, the fact that you had to depend on Alex and him using his whip appeal to save you in this situation means that you ain't got your shit together, honey.
Well,
Granted, yes, Alex is a fine son of a bitch.
she
Hmm?
wasn't even really depending on Alex, honey. She was depending on Chad and that damn fake ass money, and Leo blew that out the water. Then
Mm-hmm.
she decided to use Alex to guilt him into getting that shit. And somebody said the other day, well, I think Alex really like Lady Sanchez. That's who it was. She ain't with us tonight. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she said that she thinks that he did it because of Chanel and he's friendly with them and the threesome and all that. No,
Mm-mm. No, that's not why he did that.
he did it for Stephanie. And
He
her
did it for
ass was
Stephanie.
sitting there leading them on. Oh, well, since you sitting there and committing crimes and shit for me, I'll throw you a little bone. She offered to
Uh,
take him to dinner. Oh, but so now you flip flopping since he done went and did your dirty work. You're gonna throw him a bone. And if he fuck you good, you're gonna take his ass to Red Lobster. Okay. All right.
Wait, no. Not just because he went ahead and was made himself useful to her. Okay, he made himself useful on top of her hearing Chad say in no uncertain terms he wasn't looking to hook up with. He wasn't looking for shit. You saw how cracked her goddamn face was.
Yes, she was sick when Chad said, I ain't thinking about no hoes because the love of my life is dead and I got these fucking kids to raise by myself. I don't give a fuck about Stephanie right now and probably never will because I'm a single ass dad and a widower. and her face got broke, and she sat there like, well, I guess if you can't be with the one you love the one you with. And she went out there skinning and grinning, as my grandmama would say. She went out there skinning and grinning in Alex's face. I need to thank you for getting this style for me. You ready to get the dinner?
I know. I was like, what kind of? I was like, have you? I'm looking at Alex with his fine ass. I'm like, a pity dinner? That's what we doing? You basically went from no strings attached hot sex with a woman who you have sexual chemistry with just to get to do just to be Stephanie's lapdog and get a pity dinner.
But look, and then this the thing about the damn dinner. Well, he had invited her before just platonically. Hey, we seem to be chilling, we working together. Look, you think we can go have dinner? Oh my god, I can't have dinner with you. You want to stop on there? They didn't get the ladder. You're making me feel uncomfortable. Ooh, me too. I can't do this. Get away from me. This the same damn thing, girl. And now you the one asking. This the same thing he asked you before.
Because you got something you wanted from it.
Right, exactly. And because you know that Chad DeMera just said he ain't got time for you. So now you want to go throw a bone to Alex fine ass where he could be out here in a threesome, dicking down two of the prettiest little girls in Salem, over here in the bed with Ferris Bueller's little girlfriend.
And here's the sad part. We know that this shit with that folder that Alex lifted from Sloan's apartment is going to blow up. It's not the only copy of anything. And once it's revealed that it's not the only copy, Paulina is going to blame Stephanie for being incompetent, like she should. And then Stephanie's going to turn around and blame Alex like it's somehow his damn fault.
Right? She sure is.
That's exactly what she's going to do.
If there were more copies. This Sloan is a professional, honey. She probably got the original somewhere in New York City.
Exactly.
She don't seem to be an amateur to me. She seems to know how to talk the talk and walk the walk, and she getting ready to bust out her boots, honey. They made for walking.
Exactly. So them sitting around here talking about, oh, it's the only copy. Oh, this is finally over, such and such. I'm like, they ain't a goddamn thing that's over. Y'all sound dumb as hell. And I'm also sitting up here looking at Paulina like, Paulina, honey, you already called this one on this woman. You read the situation right. Okay, you read the situation with your eyes closed and you read it correctly. Her coming up with this, her managing to come up with this file at the 11th hour does not change your assessment of her not being able to handle her shit, because she in fact cannot handle her shit
at all.
None. Now we got 3 minutes. Did we get to everybody today?
I think the only thing we didn't touch on was GH, but I haven't seen it in 2 days, so
we kind of talked about GH. Ain't nothing going on over there except for Victor got Holly tied up in the head and she reporting back to him. I still ain't seen Esme in a minute, so I don't really care about nothing else.
Yeah, I'm happy that Allie Mills is over there, giving it her all, but well, other than that, it's like I don't care about Carly and them. I mean, and the thing is, they done so many weird things with this Liz storyline that I don't even know what it's about anymore.
Girl, so I thought that shit was about some damn ghosts when we started out. It was hated by some ghosts.
It was when she started seeing ghosts at first. That Liz thing, I was so excited about it, and then it turned out to be a big dud. I was so excited about that storyline because that actress was killing being crazy Liz. She was in that kind of state almost. She killed it.
Well, now I don't even know what they doing now, girl. They went from ghosts to whatever this is, her having these flashbacks, and she saw them people push Peter down the stairs.
Oh God.
She so what had happened was her mom and daddy, her mom and daddy, Tasha Yar and that man I don't know, was talking to her today, and her mama, whatever was going on in this conversation, I don't know if this was somebody her daddy was fucking or what, but They was having a fight on the staircase and her mama wasn't there. And the girl went down the stairs and they can't remember. Liz was asking them what happened, who pushed the girl down the stairs. Daddy, did you push her down the stairs? No. Well, her mama was like, well, we got to tell her the truth because she needs to know the truth. Turns out Liz is the one who pushed the girl down the stairs. So that's the memories she's starting to have. This argument she had with the girl, and then she saw her at the bottom of the stairs. Well, bitch, you saw her at the bottom of the stairs because you pushed her. In the storyline. But I don't know. They got to tell us why. And then Carly changed her name again. She took her mama name. So she's Carly Spencer now.
What? She changed her name to Spencer.
Yeah, Carly went to, she had that Vision Quest down there in Jacksonville when they was moving the cemetery. And she was fighting them people to keep them from moving the cemetery, but they moved the cemetery anyway. And I think she fucked Drew, and they was out there on the beach kissing. And then she decided she gonna use her dead mama's last name, and so she's Carly Spencer now because she didn't want to be Carly Corinthos no more. They had a big old conversation about names and all that shit. She asked Drew if he would go back to being a Quartermain and all of that with the money and the privilege and everything. And he said, no, he ain't about that name no more. So she was trying to figure out who she was going to be in life. And so today she told her people, I'm Carly, like Suge told her daddy, I'm mad now. She's like, I'm Carly Spencer now. So she Carly Spencer now. And I think true, or maybe they just fucking
I'm sorry, Bubba.
And she got her mama's ashes because them people said, girl, you came too late to stop us from moving this cemetery. We didn't all but hire people to come in here and dig up these bodies. Sorry about that. So she took her mama's body and got the ashes and she brought them back to, they spread them on the beach or some shit. I don't know. Maybe she brought them back with her. I just know she got ashes. That was something that Lee Finnegan didn't do. Carly Spencer got ashes.
So this Vision Quest to Jacksonville resulted in her changing her name. Okay, I guess that's fascinating. I mean, and I wouldn't want to be called Carly Corinthos for the rest of my life either if I was one of Sonny's ex-wives. And I guess she's so far from being the Carly Benson she was when she was introduced to Fort Charles in the 90s that I guess it's apropos, and Bobby probably loves it, but I'm like, y'all went all the way to Jacksonville for this?
Girl, and that Jacksonville trip was so damn boring. You know how exciting Nixon Falls was? They had dances and shit and brand new people that we got to meet and fall in love with and mourn when that man died. And then, everything. They had a fire at the damn bar. Like, stuff was going on in Nixon Falls. Ain't shit go on in Jacksonville. Like, Jacksonville anyway, Nixon Falls was imaginary. So anything could have been popping off in Nixon Falls. But if you live in Jacksonville, you ever been to Jacksonville, it ain't always exciting. It is not always exciting in Jacksonville. So I feel like her mama was buried in one of them boring ass parts of Jacksonville and got no scenery. It's just there. And that's what she was out there having a boring ass time with boring ass Drew, talking about how they used to be somebody and her mama dead and this little girl got killed and it was just a waste of our time. But hey, we got Carly Spencer. We got a whole new family name out of it. Carly. What is Joss is a Jax because her daddy good. But okay, so that's what we got. And no Esme.
Well, on that note, I feel that is an apropos moment for us to wrap this edition up and take ourselves into Wednesday, where we will get fashion that does not suck from what I'm seeing. Miss Queen Taylor from Big Brother fame, so their ratings should be good tomorrow on the fashion show, just because people love Taylor. So
I hope this fashion show draws out to Friday. And I hope the cliffhanger is either Hope actually kissing Thomas out of excitement or Liam hearing somebody telling somebody else that Hope thinks that Thomas is hot. That's what I want.
I actually think that you're right about the first one because the spoiler that's worded that Brooke, Bill, and Liam all think that Liam's worst fears are coming true. That indicates they're gonna see something that they don't particularly care
Well,
for. And
good.
if yeah, so I just want all of them to have aneurysms because that's the thing about Bold and the Beautiful these days. With the exception of Sin and their lovely hotness, all I'm in it for now is for the suffering of the asshole characters I don't like. So bring it on.
Bring it on. Well, thank you guys for being here with us tonight. Happy birthday again to Vicky. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your evening, honey. I think she's an hour ahead of us, so she might be going to bed because I know Louisa is.
No, Vicky's still hanging.
Okay, Vicky. All right then. Well, girl, we enjoy the rest of your night. Go get turned if you didn't go get turned or turned in early if you like me and enjoy your sleep. For everybody else, thank y'all for being here too. If you listening and you ain't subscribing, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the notify button too so you know when we go live. Thank y'all for being here.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, everybody.